matching Formal 38-24, a minute and a half of the objective at 8 defends, leading his team in basically every single category. Monster performance from him. Can he match it now in Search and Destroy?
He's going to be playing towards this top terrace. Bit of a whirlwind there as he's trying to get shots in one at range. Scump, though, finds your opening kill. Trying to wallbang the door. I think he almost killed attached to the back wall.
First blood for OpTic. Bomb planted right away. This is what I'm talking about. Those lower nade spots. Faze, no, not the challenge towards that arch area. As Zuma's just looking for whatever he can do to try to help his teammate, which is Enable, push down that outer straight. Formal's ready, though. I mean, he's not missing shots. Glacier does have the sniper, but in a 1 versus 4, that is not the weapon you want to have.
I want to switch to Clay to see if you can pull off the 1v3, but the sniper is going to be running right into the path of Formal, and that's 3 kills. He was the hot shot there in game 1. Looks to be continuing it here in game 2 as he picks up 3 big ones.
Here it is again from Formal, 38-24, as I mentioned in map 1. Continues to stay hot as we get into game 2, and OpTic do what they always do on offense. You send 2 towards patio, you send 2 towards lower street, you nade out that arch side. If someone wants to push it from Faze, they're basically one shot, but they don't decide to that time. They try to play around a pick, but the aggression from OpTic pays off.
Well, I'm going to stick with him for now because he started out 3-0. You can see already 150 off the Scarab, almost halfway to that overdrive. It's Hotel Hallway. It's going to be the push. You see that number 7 on the minimap to his right. It's attached, one of the best in the business at close range, and there it is. Opens things up with the first kill. Can't find the second. Enable your bomb carrier now stuck in a 2v3 with his buddy Clay. You can see the bunch of OpTic Gaming just
I actually think they're standing on top of each other's heads.
Right?
And look, OpTic are trying to figure out what they've exactly pushed to Enable. Just had perfect timing, which I don't think OpTic Gaming are ready for this. He sneaks past one. Unfortunately, during this, his window of opportunity has really dissipated as now he's stuck in this 1 versus 2. Looking to see where he exactly can plant this objective as well as time ticks down.
He's been playing out of his mind. Can he clutch up with 35 seconds in a 1v2 as he takes a little nap there behind the bar? Looking for Scump and Formal, taking his time. His timing might work out for him perfectly with the bomb. He's got to do it right away.
Yeah.
Now, no, perfectly to not very well.
I mean,
at all.
5 seconds. Oh, they stop. They actually do stop.
Yeah.
So he will be able to get away with this one. And I don't think they're going to see him. So they know he went towards his side, but he could be in bike shop. He could have gone top bedroom window. He could have gone top patio. I would probably the least expect him to be behind a white van.
That's a van. That you cannot run through the van.
You can't run through a van.
Yeah, OpTic van again. A little bit of a different scenario as it headbutts.
They just always seem to have one explodes and kills the enemy. That time the van, I think, drives itself a foot forward to block Enable from running away.
It was the right idea for Enable to try and get out of Dodge, but Dodge. They make vans.
I really need to get away from you for a little bit.
I'm fine with that.
I really need to.
Round 3 coming up next. Courtesy of the...
How many times have you said something and we've just completely just diverted away from it because we have nowhere to go with it in the series?
I'm having fun, man. I love casting with you, buddy.
Oh, me too. Greatest love story
of all time. OpTic Gaming on the prowl right now. It's Crim6 finding the first kill, your bomb carrier. Scump, Crim6 finding all the kills. Scump should find the next. He's pre-firing the corner, grenade in the back. Hasn't found it yet. Let's go over to Crim6 because he's found 2 of these kills. Might be the third, but they're cut down in the back. 4 up, 4 down. OpTic rolling in game 2.
I mean, that just looked easy in that round. Formal again hits the shots that he needs to. Azuma tries to charge forward. Either way, Crim6 had him in the sights if he went any other way there. 3-0. I mean, OG are just a step ahead of Faze right now in this S&D.
They absolutely are. It's going to be offense now for Faze. You have a combined 3 kills. You're averaging 1 a round. What can they change? Or is it just OpTic's too good, too hot right now?
I think it's a mix of both. Again, OpTic just keep making different plays happen, unorthodox type stuff. Right now, they leave Formal top Hotel Hallway, but now look at the minimap. The rest of the players just decide, you know what? Let's just get active wherever we want to go. This time, we're just going to decide to push right on through B. And I don't know if Enable and crew have any idea of this happening. Now they're sending players on back because they've definitely gotten worried. Scump with a second kill. I mean, you're right now, if you're Faze, you're 3-15, 3-16. Jesus.
I'm thinking back to Ghost Champs with, God, what was it? It was Envy. I'm trying to think the team they blew out. Then it was 6-0, and they got 2 total kills. Apathy got 2.
Yeah.
It was Strictly Business at the time, I believe. But I remember I casted it, and it was a 6-0, and it was 2 total kills on one side. It was just so lopsided that I was just chuckling the entire time.
I mean, this is for Crimsic's 5th straight ESWC title. I believe would it be his 30th major LAN victory?
I don't know. I remember having a conversation of him and Aches being tied, and now it seems like he's just so far out in front. It's no longer a conversation. The first blood, though, does come in from Attach. Formal doesn't have the angle there to trade that out, but he's going to win that versus Zuma. And those are those one-on-ones that, if you're Zuma, you feel confident about taking.
Yep.
But it's just Formal on the other end of it.
Formal sees Enable challenge towards the lower straight. Nice shots by Enable with the NV4, though. As Attach will put Scump in a 1 versus 3.
Scump, though, we'll get back to him. Can he get away? Not able to, and that is finally a round on the board for Faze. Something to work with, maybe something to fight back with. But I remember it was when they played earlier today, OpTic jumped out to a 3-0 lead. I believe the final score was 6-3. So Faze started to get something going, started to get a few rounds, but they were so far behind when it came to Specialist that OpTic was just able to close it out. Like, it wasn't a contest.
Yeah, I believe it might have gone towards 6-4 maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I think you said it the best way there. When the payloads do come into play, things could swing, and the 2 players closest are both on OpTic Gaming in Scump and Formal. Formal, again, 1 kill off earning that one. And Clayster with first blood with the sniper.
He peeks inside Hotel Hallway.
He knows where Formal plays, so you know what? This is what I love about Clay. His teammates will trust him to make something like this happen. He hits a crazy shot, and there now completely changes up how this round will play on out.
Well, let's just take a look at the Scarab real quick, see how Scump's opting to use as it gets dropped. We'll go back over to the offense. Clay with you. That's not exactly what you want to scope in on.
1 peeks in bedroom by Scump. That's 2 now for Clay. 3 now dead for OpTic Gaming, and now Faze are beginning to show up on the main stage.
Crim6 now to 1v4. This has been the first dominant round for Faze as they are steamrolling here. A lot of work to do for Clay. 30 seconds on the clock.
A lot of work to do for Clay?
Oh, sorry, for Crim. For Crim.
All Clay has to do is plant the bomb. He's got 3 teammates up with him.
He's able to do that as he picks up the first 2 snipes. I still have those snipes on the mind.
Of course you do. They're beautiful, aren't they? 2 players challenging. There you go. That's how it's done. Faze, 2 rounds in a row, keeping this one close.
See if they can continue to come back here. And those are the kind of rounds you need. When they get the big specialist advantage, like no deaths there, no kills for OpTic, that's exactly what you've got to do.
That is what you got to do. Those payloads, the advantage you get, definitely key as we continue on through to round 7. Does Clayster bring out the sniper again? I do want to quickly check.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, back to the K-bar. And it's looking like Faze might get aggressive towards this lower street. And OpTic, they just immediately send 3 players towards B, a perfect read from them. Sublime counter. Shouldn't really say read. There's nothing to read.
Well, let's see. It might be Crim if they decide to push through. That's going to get the aggression, but it looks for now just a passive, aggressive defense onto B, really. Bomb being planted now by Karma. Starting to work his way closer to that camo. I'm going to go back over to Crim because he might be able to find one underneath. You see on X-ray, that's going to be Clayster, which he doesn't check the underneath route. So this might be a disgusting flank from Clay. It hasn't been called out that he's in this position at all.
Well, with that first streak coming in, Scump actually gets 2 onto Zuma and Enable. Goes back for Clayster and nearly actually kills him off here. He'll challenge a 3rd. Scump now going for the ace. Formal's there for the help. 5-2. OpTic Gaming regain control.
Big round there. Just to kind of slow the bleeding a little bit. You lost 2 rounds, but they close it out behind Scump's Trinity Rocket coming in big in this one. Nice shots by Formal. Onto Attach there at the bomb site. We've seen some 2-5 comebacks in our day. It just doesn't feel good in this one with how lopsided some of these rounds have been.
No, and the team that does the 2-5 comebacks is typically OpTic Gaming. Shout out to, I believe that was Panda. And who's the other team that they 2-5 came back on?
I can't remember, but I know that, they had several throughout the course of it. I want to check, let's look at Attach's angle, actually. Well, Karma rips his head off as soon as I tried to cross over. Clayster has pushed mid-map. Zuma playing on the bomb site as well. They've tied this up at a 3-3, Jack.
Karma's there again.
This is probably done unless Clay can use the magic of FTL jump to pull off the 1v3 here in round 8.
The last hope for Faze in this one. Yes, he does have the payload, but maybe not the one he wants to have in a scenario like this. And he still has to plant the bomb. This is not only do Faze need now a potential reverse sweep if they lose this map, but they would need it with a second best of 5. Odds going so far against him. Zuma's 0-7. This is just looking grim.
And that's, I mean, what can you say about Zuma? 0-7. I mean, he is either the catalyst in Search and Destroy, or he's losing all those early engagements. You're at least going to get the plant here. You can see on the minimap, hunting like wolves right now as OpTic Gaming is. They're going to be on the prowl. He's spotted on the cross, puts a couple bullets in. The Carmine has to back out. He's getting chased. He's got him in front. Tries to turn. Can't get it done. That's going to be reactive armor from Scump. Karma's on the defuse. 6-2. 2-0 series lead. OpTic looks unbeatable right now.
They really do look on point. That's now a 5-0 map count versus FaZe this weekend. I don't know what Formal's yelling to the other team, but it probably isn't very nice.
You got to think maybe a little bit chippy. Oh,
stop.
Chippy. It's
Stop.
a real thing, I swear.